This is how I brought that old piece of furniture back to life in a new metallic sheen. I found this piece on Craigslist and knew that it would look really great with another desk that I have here. And so the first step I did was I took the glass out. It just pops right out. And then I sanded everything down, and I started with a deeper grit paper, and then just a light buff with the sanding paper that's a little bit more fine. These little grooves and edges were difficult, but I got in all of them. So because I knew that was gonna be a little more difficult, I couldn't use a block sander. I had to get in each little edge and groove. And then when I was done, I wiped everything down. And then I went to Home Depot to pick my color, and I went with the metallic tones, and the color palette is quite extensive to choose from. So you can see all the different choices that they have. And if I take it and kind of move it around, you can see the sheen on it. It was a tough choice. They're so pretty. I ended up going with Metallic Memories because I thought that it had just a little bit of gold and yet a little bit of silver in it. And when we had it mixed, we went with the silver undertone, the silver base, which you can see right here. And then we picked up the bin primer, which after reading some reviews, I read that's the best for adhering to any surfaces. So I went over everything with the bin primer, and what I learned in hindsight was that because of the color that I chose, I should have had it tinted gray or beige or something other than just leaving it white, because even after, when I went to go apply the metallic paint, it took more coats than I think it would have had the primer been tinted. So I had left it white, and I did 3 coats of primer. And then when that was dry, I went over it, and I ended up doing 3 coats of the metallic, which again, I think I could have gone with less of both, maybe 2 coats, had I made sure I tinted the primer. So that's hindsight. I paid $15 for the bin primer, and I paid $25 for the metallic paint at Home Depot. And then I just went through, I bought a roller, but I ended up just brushing it because I actually kind of liked the way that it looked with the brush strokes in it. And I think it turned out really, really, really pretty. I can't wait to buy more pieces. It just completely updated and changed the look of this table. I'm really impressed with the way that it turned out. It was a bit time consuming just because, like I said, these corners having the detail that they have on them, which is pretty and makes the table so pretty, that was what was so time consuming. And then just obviously making sure the drips. One other tip that I would give is flip the table over, do the bottom side of the table first, and then when I was done priming it, I flipped it over, did the top side, sanded, primed everything, then flipped it back over. I did my metallic coat, and then finished by painting the metallic coat on the top. So there you have it. Hopefully this helps somebody else. Love the metallic paints. Those are found at Home Depot. All my items came from Home Depot.